0. So now, when you now have these two entities this way, which is equal to 0, you can say that 2x plus 15 is equal to 0, or x minus 1 is equal to 0. In doing so, then this one becomes 2x equals to 0 minus 15. Because when this one comes to the other side, the sign changes. So you have 2x equals to minus 15. By dividing both sides by 2, then you have minus 15 divided by 2. Then this one cancels. You have x to be minus 15 over 2, or minus 7 1 over 2. Then on the other side, which is or x minus 1 equals to 0, then your x can be 0 plus 1. When this one comes to the other side, the sign changes, so your x equals to 1. So that means your x is equal to minus 7 over 2, or 1. Exercise. Solve the following pairs of simultaneous equations. We have 3 equations here. I will solve 2 and 3. Using the same pattern, you should be able to calculate the number 1 to determine your x and y. So I will solve 2 and 3. So the question 2 says that 2m minus n equal to 5. Then you also have 3m plus 2n equal to minus 24. So these are the 2 equations. If you see equation 1, you discover that you have is a simpler equation. So by doing this, I have solution. I have 2m minus n equals to 5. Then I have 3n plus 2n equals to minus 24. Here, I want to eliminate my n first. And in doing that, I will multiply equation. This is equation 1, and this is equation 2. I will multiply equation 1 by 2, and I will multiply equation 2 by 1. So if I multiply this by 2, I have 4m minus 2n equals to 10. This becomes my equation 3. Then I multiply this by 1, so it still remains the same. And now the coefficient of my n, I've been able to equalize the coefficient of my n. So all I just need to do, equation 4, add equation 3 and equation 4. If I add this, so I'm going to have 4m. If I add equation 3 and equation 4, then I will have this plus this, that becomes 7m. This plus this, it cancels. Then you have 10 plus minus 24. So that becomes 7m will now be 10 minus 24. 10 minus 24, and that gives me 7m equals to minus 14. So you divide both sides by 7, then we have this 2. So my m equals to minus 2. So my m is 2. So I can, using equation 1, which says that 2n minus n equals to 5. Since I've calculated my m to be minus 2, automatically I can determine my n from here. Since my n is minus 2, I replace it minus n equals to 5. Then this becomes minus 4 minus n equals to 5. Then this one becomes minus n equals to, by collecting like terms, I have 5 plus 4. Then my minus n equals to 9. Then my n, which implies that my n equals to minus 9. So my m equals to minus 2, and my n equals to minus 9. That's the first case. Then the second case, which is question 3, which says that 4a minus 1, 4a minus 1, 4a equals to 1 minus 3b. Then the second equation is 4b equal to minus 1 minus 6a. So these are the 2 equations. These are abnormal form of simultaneous equation. So we try to normalize it. By normalizing this, I bring this to the other side. So I have 4a. When this one comes to the other side, it becomes plus 3b equals to 1. So I have normalized this, equation 1. These two, I try to normalize this. I bring this to the other side. When it comes to the other side, the sign changes to what? Plus 6a. So I have plus 6a, and 6b is already a, so plus 4b equals to minus 1. So equation 2. So I've succeeded in normalizing the two equations. So my interest here is to eliminate b. It is b that I want to eliminate first. And if I want to eliminate b first, all I just need to do is to multiply this by 4 and multiply this by 3. 4 times 4a, I have 16a, plus 4 times 3b, I have 12b, equal to 4 times 1, 4. 3 times this, 18a. 3 times this, plus 12b. Then 3 times this, I have minus 3. Then I subtract equation 3 from equation, subtract equation, let's say this is equation 3 and let's say this is equation 4. Subtract equation 3 or equation 4 from equation 3, equation 4 from equation 3. So if I subtract equation 4 from this, then I'll have 16a minus 18a, that's minus 2a. 12b minus 12b, that cancels. Then I have, that becomes 0, so I have plus 0, equal to 4 minus minus this, 4 minus minus 3. So I have minus 2a equals to 4 plus 3, and minus 2a equals to 7. So then maybe my a will be minus 7 over 2 by dividing both sides by 2. Then having gotten my a to be minus 7 over 2, then I can substitute that into equation 1 to determine my b. Using equation 1, then which says that 4a plus 3b equals to 1. So automatically 4 into minus 7 over 2 plus 3b equals to 1. So 2 can cancel this, you have 2. Then it's minus 14 plus 3b equals to 1. So I can collect like terms here. If I collect like terms, I have 3b equals to 1 plus 14. Then 3b equals to 15. So I divide both sides by 3. Dividing both sides by 3, then I'll have 5. So my b equals 5. A, therefore, my a equals to minus 7 over 2, then my b equals 5. So these are the respective solutions to the questions. Example 2. Solve the equations. You have 1 over 2x plus 1 over 3y equal to 4. Then we also have 1 over 4. 1 over 4y minus 1 over 3x equal to 1 over 6. This can also be written as 1 over 2x plus 1 over 3y, which equals to 4. And this one can be written as 1 over 4y minus 1 over 3x equals to 1 over 6. So this is what we have. So automatically, if you look at this very well, you discover that we have most of these things in fraction. So our interest is to normalize the equation. So equation, I want to normalize this first one now. which is 1 over 2x plus 1 over 3y equals to 4 over 1. The SCM here is 6. So 6 times this, I have 3x, plus 6 times this, I have 2y, equal to 6 times this, I have 24. As the first case, I've succeeded in normalizing this. Then the second case, the SCM is equal to 12. This is star star. This is star star star. So star star star. The SCM is 12. Then if we multiply this by the SCM 12, we have 3y. Minus this multiplied by this, we have minus 4x. This multiplied by this, we have 2. So this, let's say this is equation 1, and let's say this is equation 2. If you look at this, x begins, y follows, but here y begins, so I want to normalize this to look like this. So by doing so, I have minus 4x plus 3y equals to 0. Equals to 2. Let's call this equation 3. So combining equation 1 and equation 3. So I have 3x plus 2y equals to 24.